Okay, so the term light year. You've quite probably heard of this before, and we all know what it is. Well, here we go. Look, yeah, that's to do with time, so it's a time, right? Except actually, no, it's not a time. So that's gone. In fact, we'll really make it gone like that. There we go. Now, the year is involved and light is involved, but we're actually not talking about a time. We're actually talking about a distance. But I don't see any meters in the word there or anything like that. Well, let's break this down. What we're talking about, light. Okay, so light, it's something to do with light. And year, how does that relate to a distance? Well, what it is actually the distance that light travels in 1 year. There we go. So a light year is actually a measure of distance. Now, let's make an analogy. Let's say someone said, hey, how far do you live from school? Well, here you go. Smoke, front door, window. There we go. There's my house. Don't actually have a chimney, so there won't actually be smoke unless it's on fire, which hopefully it won't be. That to school, how far is that? Well, I have no idea. But I do know that it takes me 11 minutes to drive there. So if someone said, hey, how far do you live from school? I could say, it takes about 11 minutes to drive. Right? That's the distance that I am from school. It's an 11-minute drive. So wait, an 11-minute drive. See, I'm using that time to sort of reference the distance, right? Well, in much the same way, that's what a light year is, a year, that's talking about time, but we're referencing a distance. So let's talk about the speed of light. So we have light velocity, right? It's roughly, it's not exactly, it's a bit less than this actually, but it's about 300 million meters per second, right? Every second, a photon of light will travel about 300 million meters, so 300,000 kilometers, right? Every second. So if we took that 300 million and times it by 60 to get a minute, times that by 60 to get an hour, times that by 24 to get a day, times that by 365 to get a year, right? All those seconds, we would come out at roughly 9.46 a trillion, it's a big number, kilometers. That is 1 light year. It is the distance that light travels in 1 year, and it's, like I say, about 9.5 trillion kilometers. Now, astronomers actually prefer to use something else. Astronomers actually use a parsec in terms of distances in space. Because, we need these really big units, like a light year, 9.5 trillion kilometers. That's a big distance. But remember, space is really, really big. So we need these sort of big units to talk about the distances involved, yeah? But actually, astronomers use this thing called a parsec. Now, this comes from a parallax arc second. It's a different way to work out the distance. That's what they use. Now, 1 parsec is actually 3.26 light years. Okay, so light years is in common usage, mostly, I guess, from media portrayed things and movies and stuff. But actual astronomers don't use light years so much; they use more the parsec. But this is not a video about parsec. This is a video about what is a light year. So that's what it is. It's actually a distance measurement of a very long distance, 9.5 trillion kilometers. That's the distance that light travels in 1 year.
Hey, you, hit the like button. Yeah, and the subscribe one too.